There is a strange quiet on the Las Vegas Strip now. Not the peaceful quiet of a desert night, but the uneasy calm of a place that feels like it is waiting for something. The lights are still bright. The billboards still flash. The fountains still leap in perfect arcs. Yet a softness lingers in the air, like the fade out of a long-held note. Anyone who knew the old Las Vegas can feel it the moment they step onto the boulevard. Something is missing. Crowds still walk the sidewalks, but the buzz has thinned. Tables inside casinos stand open for longer stretches of time. A few dealers glance down the aisles, wondering where the next wave of players has gone. Cashiers stack chips with a slower rhythm. Workers who spent decades listening to the rising and falling sounds of the weekend rush now pause and realize that the rush is not as loud as it used to be. The surprising truth is that this quiet is not an accident. It is not a downturn. It is not even a mystery. The quiet is the product of deliberate decisions made by the most powerful people in Las Vegas. The emptiness is engineered. And one CEO finally admitted exactly why. To understand how Las Vegas reached this moment, we have to go back to what made the city magical in the first place. Long before luxury towers rose above the skyline, and long before billion-dollar mega resorts dominated the news, Las Vegas built its identity on something simple: the unforgettable dollar buffet. When the El Rancho Hotel introduced a buffet priced at only $1, it created a massive shift in the city's soul. Anyone could walk in. Anyone could eat well. Anyone could feel like Las Vegas belonged to them. That single dollar did more than buy a plate of food. It bought loyalty. It bought tradition. It created the idea that Sin City was for everyone. That feeling shaped the culture for decades. Visitors arrived in droves. Families came with kids packed into station wagons. Couples came to celebrate anniversaries. College students came in carloads. Retirees came for mild winters and cheap fun. Every one of them found the same welcoming spirit. Bahama shirts, jingling coin buckets, generous servers, neon signs pulsing with invitation, and the promise of a night they would never forget. Las Vegas did not just sell thrill, it sold belonging. Then everything grew. Towers soared upward, hotels expanded into full multi-acre kingdoms. Casinos filled with themed attractions and lavish shows. The city transformed into a wonderland of sound, light, food, and chance. Servers walked the casino carpet knowing that a good weekend could change their entire month. Dealers became storytellers to crowds who gathered shoulder to shoulder at the tables. A woman working the cocktail floor could walk home with envelopes thick with tips. A father parking for free could take his family to see erupting volcanoes without spending more than a few dollars. That era is now spoken about with a kind of reverence. Workers call it the Golden Rush. Visitors call it the Vegas that felt alive. But corporations had other plans. At the peak of Vegas fever, a powerful takeover reshaped the future of the Strip. When Apollo and TPG orchestrated their massive leveraged buyout, the city changed forever. The debt that came with the takeover poured a quiet pressure onto every major decision. What once was a city built on crowds became a city recalibrated for profitability. It was no longer about getting as many people into Las Vegas as possible. It became about squeezing more revenue from fewer visitors. Executives embraced a new formula: fewer guests, higher spending, premium experiences instead of affordable ones. More luxury suites, fewer value rooms. More celebrity restaurants, fewer accessible buffets. The iconic symbol of Las Vegas hospitality, the buffet itself, began to fade. Today, the Strip has lost 85% of the buffets that once fed generations of travelers. They were not phased out due to lack of demand. They were eliminated because they no longer fit the corporate strategy. Bacchanal, one of the few survivors, now stands as the top example of the modern buffet model. Plates can reach $90. The very meal that once welcomed everyone now serves only those willing to swallow a premium price. The shift reshaped the behavior of the entire city. Visitors who could once come with modest budgets found themselves priced out. A couple who planned a spontaneous getaway now faces expenses that double what they once paid. A family of 5 that used to enjoy a weekend in Las Vegas now prepares for the shock of food bills that stretch far beyond what they ever expected. The city that once thrived on accessibility began to lean away from the very people who made it famous. Workers feel this change more sharply than anyone. A cocktail server tells stories about the rush she used to experience. She remembers weekends where trays overflowed with drinks heading toward happy players. She talks about tips so generous that they covered her rent, groceries, and childcare. She remembers the hum of a full casino and the joy of knowing she had made it through another energetic shift. Today, her stories sound different. She describes evenings where she walks down long aisles with no one motioning for her. Her tray feels lighter. When she brings drinks to a table, the tips often come in singles instead of crisp bills. The soundscape of a packed casino has softened. The conversations have thinned. Even the slot machines feel quieter because fewer players fill the seats. A dealer who worked at a popular mid-strip property explains how automation has taken over tables that once relied on human charm. Machines don't cheer when players win. They don't crack jokes. They don't greet returning guests by name. And more importantly, they don't tip. He drives rideshare now. It pays less, but at least the income is steady. When a CEO finally spoke publicly about the shift, the truth slipped out. He admitted that they pushed prices too far. He admitted that the city was no longer built for everyone. But what he did not say out loud was even more important. The emptiness is intentional. Fewer visitors mean less wear on buildings, less strain on staff, and higher spending from the guests who still decide to come. It is a strategy designed for financial stability rather than emotional loyalty. The neon masks a new reality. Visitors who once felt welcome now walk into hotels and sense a distance. They feel the pressure of fees at every turn. They notice the cost of meals. They look at room rates and wonder when Las Vegas stopped being fun and started being expensive. The memories remain, but the experience has changed. Walk the strip late at night and the change becomes impossible to ignore. The fountains still shimmer under the glow of casino lights. But the crowds that once gathered 10 rows deep now form only thin clusters. The wide sidewalks feel slightly wider. The strip still looks magnificent, but it is a different kind of magnificence, one born from design rather than energy. For many people, this new Las Vegas feels unfamiliar. The city is not failing and it is not fading. It is transforming. It is moving steadily away from its roots. It may not be dying, but it is dimming itself on purpose. It has become a quieter place because the people leading it decided that quiet was more profitable than chaos. Yet beneath the surface, something still breathes. The soul of the old city has not vanished. It lingers in the corners of smoky lounges, in the ringing memories of coin buckets, in the faint echoes of pirate battles and erupting volcanoes. It waits inside the nostalgia of families who once drove here every summer. It calls out to anyone who remembers the taste of a $1 buffet plate, piled high and served without judgment. Las Vegas still shines. It simply shines different now. The question is not whether the city can return to its old magic. The question is whether anyone in charge wants it to. If you remember cheaper rooms, louder nights, or buffets that fed the whole family without emptying your wallet, share your stories in the comments. Someone out there remembers the version of this city that felt like home. If you want to keep exploring the quiet corners and changing landscapes of Las Vegas, hit subscribe. We will keep walking together through the bright halls where luck still whispers, even in a quieter age.